totally be short. It's Larry Chiang, and of course I write about what they don't teach in business school. And I was able to corral
Brita Moeller.
Brita Moeller, who's from Second Market. You want to talk about your role here at Venture Summit?
Sure. So I'm Brita Moeller. I work with Second Market. Second Market is the largest centralized marketplace for illiquid assets. So we basically bring the buyers and the sellers together and we trade.
So an illiquid asset, so like a bunch of stuffed animals that I have that are valuable that I'm not selling would be an illiquid asset then?
Sure, it's mostly financial.
Because I've got two in my car too that I could sell. That are valuable.
Sure. Well, actually, we have 8 different markets that we trade in. We started trading restricted stock in public companies back in 2004. We also do auction rate securities, LP interests, and we have basically 8 different markets that we trade in. And our newest market is private company market.
So when you're talking about LP illiquidity, are they trying to unload an asset that they currently own?
Sure, it could be an LP that's trying to exit maybe a venture firm or basically a different portfolio. But the main thing that I'm working with out here is the private company market.
Okay.
So the private company market is basically founders, CEOs, early stage investors, angel investors, basically any shareholder who has an interest in a private company that what we found is the length of time to go public or to an M&A is now extended.
Right.
So that length of time has caused some problems and an opportunity for these shareholders to trade ahead of an exit.
So what's a tip for an entrepreneur in trying to get to a little bit of liquidity?
Sure, well...
your best one.
Sure, well what you hear now is you need to look at a broader set of options. So a broader set of options would be, you've got M&A, you've got IPO, and then you have second market, which we offer interim liquidity.
Okay.
So that would be, one thing.
What's one big tip that an entrepreneur who's CEO to get to? What's one thing a typical mistake that CEOs make?
Oh, a typical mistake that CEOs make. Well, I like to call CEOs chief evaluator of options.
Okay.
So you want to look at all of your different options. I think the biggest tip would be to be open-minded and to consider a lot of different ways that you could go. So the opposite of that would be to be too close-minded.
How about like with, does that sound sort of salesy? I'm going to bust your balls on that.
Sure.
Okay. Is there some tip like where an entrepreneur can pay like $60 to a guy who IPO'd or got to some liquidity before? Or what's a juicy nugget of a tip that entrepreneurs need to do more of?
Okay.
Like taking a guy out for 18 holes of golf or buying him a comp.
Okay, here's my best tip.
Okay.
This is what I always say, and this is coming from, I used to work with a lot of early stage companies seeking Series A, Series B. So if I was a CEO of a private company seeking funding, like maybe that early stage, I would go hang out at the Starbucks on Sand Hill Road. Down Sharon
The one
Parks.
right by the Safeway. Right by the Safeway.
Yeah.
It's on my blog.
Every time I go there, I see all the VCs, so it's packed full. I would just go hang out there for a while.
Nice. So that's liquidity options, and if you want to try to hack extra meetings, totally thank you for sharing time.
Sure.
And if we want to contact you, how do we do that?
Well, Brita Moeller, Second Market. We're down here on San
Are you on Twitter?
I'm not on. I am on Twitter actually. Brita M.
Brita M.
And
Okay.
actually,
We'll look for that.
LinkedIn is a good way too.
Okay, Brita on LinkedIn. Cool. Thank you very much. Nice